What's going on, film fans? This is the Voice of Film channel. Welcome back. Today's episode, we're going to be talking about Moon Knight episode 5. Before I get ahead of myself, I just want to let you guys know that this will have some spoilers. This thing gave a lot of backstory to Mark, or Steven, however you want to look at it. We finally learned that Mark is, in fact, the actual persona, and that Stephen Grant was the made up. And we kind of got it in last week's episode, but this solidified that what Stephen was just kind of made up, and how that was heartbreaking. It really, this episode got to me in a very personal level that I didn't think it would, and just because it was so unexpected, it was almost jarring. What they were able to show us in this episode really hit home in a lot of ways for me. It was very unexpected, but again, jarring, but in a good way. Towards the end of the episode, we get Stephen Grant, who it looks like he died. So does that mean that that persona dies? This is one of the biggest questions going in the finale. The one thing I will say about this episode that I did not like is that there are so many things that have to be answered for the season finale for it to work. Now, they don't have to answer a single thing. If they want to deliver a successful send off to this limited series, who we did find out by Disney, who is going to submit this to the Emmys as a limited series category. So that means we're not getting a season 2 of Moon Knight. I think we'll see Moon Knight in the future. I don't know at what capacity. This being a limited series, they have to answer so many questions. And unless we get a Moon Knight movie, which I don't think we're getting anytime soon. I think there's a great reception for the character. I think Oscar Isaac is done a fabulous job as Mark Spector, and as this Moon Knight character, I think he's done a great job. As someone who doesn't really know the Moon Knight in the comics, this show was amazing to me. My wife, she tapped out like two episodes ago. The only reason she's watching it is just to kind of hang in there, and to kind of, because she's seen the MCU, she wants to keep up with everything. There's a lot of things that she likes. In all seriousness, we both kind of had polar opposite just opinions of this episode. I absolutely loved it, where she did not. Now I can see where if people don't like Moon Knight, I get it. I wouldn't question that a bit. There are some things I see that I'm like, how did you not like that? Or how did you like that? But it's all subjective. As much as I love it, I understand if you don't like it. I feel like there's a lot of people that would look at this and be like, no, I'm good. And that's okay. And this episode really, I think, has been really triggering to some folks. I haven't talked about this episode. Again, I just finished it recently, just about an hour or so ago. And I haven't talked to anyone about it, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if I heard that this episode actually triggered people, because there's a lot in this episode that really shines true in our civilization today, and parenting, and it really shows the mental and emotional damage that you can put a child through if you're not careful. But it really hit home to me, and I think it was directed very well. I think the script was amazing this episode, and I think it was a good episode for where it's at. Now, if this was the finale, for example, I would be a little bit disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, but it just makes the finale seem that there's so much going in here. They're really gonna have to answer: is Stephen, dead? Well, even though he's a made up, character in Mark's eyes and Mark's point of view, Stephen's not a real person. But is he though? That's one of the things that I really love about Moon Knight, is it really makes you ask yourself what's real and what's not. There's a lot of things that we've been seeing. The Jake Lockley character, is he going to show up? They really showed us twice, two good times, where Mark and Steven looked at each other. Hey, why did you do that? How did you do that? Hey, that wasn't me. And they kind of go back and forth, and then later on they kind of, it happens again, and you're like, okay, so is that a third personality? And if you know the comics, there is a third personality. I think there's more than that, but I think there's three main ones in Mark, Steven, and Jake Lockley. I feel like that everything's riding on this finale to deliver and wrap up everything, especially where this is a limited series. Now, Loki was a little different. Even though it was a little bit convoluted toward the end, kind of felt a little mashed up, kind of felt like it should have been fleshed out a few more episodes. I feel like Moon Knight, if it delivers a finale, if it sticks the landing, this would be a great season, well, limited season of television. it being only 6 episodes, which I think's lame, but they're telling us a story. Let's just watch it unfold and see where it goes. But I don't know. That's just my general thoughts. I had a great time with the episode. It was great for me. What did you guys think? What was your favorite part of the episode? And what are your thoughts for next week? What are your thoughts for the finale? Drop the comments below and let me know what you think. And we will see y'all next time.